Hi, my friends. Today we are going to be talking about why is meditation so important. So there's so many different types of meditation, but I just wanted you to try to understand some of the benefits before we get into the different types. So why I'm always asked, why do you meditate? What's the point? It makes you feel fantastic. It really does, and it gives you that chance to slow down. And I have an crazy mind. It's always going nuts. And it just gives me a chance to slow down my thoughts. It gives me a chance to really clarify maybe a problem that I'm having, and just gives me some space in between all of the crazy things or the crazy thoughts that are always in my mind. It also gives me some answers. So if I have an issue, I can ask, and I usually get an answer, which is pretty cool, actually. Okay, so one of the benefits is stress reduction, and meditation. It's just the best thing to reduce the stress in your life, and I actually don't know anyone who doesn't have stress in their life. And it gives you some downtime, just physically and mentally, but there's a huge effect on the entire nervous system. And it reduces the body's production of a chemical like cortisone, and it increases the production of the chemical serotonin. So it's a win-win situation. It really is. It improves your health. It can improve your health by strengthening your immune system, so you're not going to catch all of the bugs, the flus, the things that are around. It reduces your blood pressure, and it lowers your cortisol levels. It's often of particular interest of people who are diagnosed with a chronic or potentially life-threatening illness. We don't need to wait for this diagnosis in order to bring meditation into our lives. But this is one of the things why people bring meditation into their lives. They have a serious medical condition like cancer, and then they'll sometimes turn to meditation, and it enhances the process of healing and recovery. So we shouldn't ever use, but it's always your choice. We shouldn't really substitute proper medical care, proper medical advice, but in some cases it has led to medical breakthroughs and healing, even when traditional medicines and treatments have been unsuccessful. I can't tell you how many stories I have heard of people who I have met who have actually got rid of the cancer in their bodies. And I've physically met these people. They're not just people I've heard of YouTube. If you do need to hear a wonderful story, Louise Hay has a wonderful story. And we did a little bit of Louise Hay mirror work last week. So she's a fabulous person to listen to about how she healed the cancers inside her body without traditional medicines. Now, I'm not saying don't use them, but this can be a really, really great tool to put into your toolkit. And as I said before, we don't have to have a diagnosis before we can benefit from the effects of meditation. So we don't need to wait, my friends. This is, it's so good for improved sleep. Now, this is actually the reason why I got into meditation. I had, I still have a sleeping disorder called sleep apnea, which I stop breathing every 3 minutes when I'm asleep. Now, that doesn't give me a very good sleep, so I used to fall asleep a lot during the day. And I taught myself how to meditate so I could fall into a very, very deep state of relaxation and get about an hour's sleep within 5 minutes. So this meditation is actually incredibly important for me to actually stay alive, because I used to do this on the side of the road all the time. And so it can dramatically improve the quality of your sleep, and it can be one of the most powerful natural treatments for insomnia. It really, really is beneficial. Slowing aging, how cool is that? Okay, so studies into the effects of meditation have shown that with regular practice of meditation, it can slow the aging process. So not just physically, but mentally. The biological age of long-term meditators is generally less than those of people who've never meditated. It is believed that the psychological cause of this is due to the fact that meditation helps to reduce the body's production of free radicals. So all those yucky things that grow, scoot around our bodies when we start bringing emotional baggage, stress and tension into our bodies. And those free radicals, they're responsible for aging, of tissue damage, and possibly of some diseases. So through meditation, we can actually release some of these or not get them in the first place. Now, new studies have just been done to show that meditators have denser, more alert brains. They're actually, you can see, and I might give them to you. You can see on CAT scans of brains the density of meditators compared to non-meditators. And this eventually, down the track in our later years, it gives us a higher brain functioning. Now, emotional stability, positive thinking and happiness. Meditation, again, is one of the tools that I use to help with any sort of anxiety or when I feel that my depression is starting to pop up again. So it's a really great tool to have in your toolbox. Like it says here, it's a very powerful natural prescription for people that suffer anxiety and depression like I do. It's also taught people how to have difficulty controlling their anger. I did an interview last week that you can watch on the Facebook page that has a lady talking about how meditation has helped a person who was very, very angry, and he didn't think it was working until a situation happened and he reacted in a completely different way to when he wasn't meditating. So it's sometimes you don't think it's actually working, but it really, really is. So everyday people who meditate generally enjoy a lot more happiness and emotional stability, and I think emotional stability is just so important. The way that we react to things. People who meditate are less stressed, they're healthier, they sleep better, they have a more positive outlook on life, and just simply put, it just makes you a happier person. Think about this for a moment. Okay, so everything you achieve in life is a result of your actions, is a result of the things that you actually do. The actions you choose to take are a result of your decisions. So we have to decide to do something and then we act on it. The decisions you make are the result of your thinking process. Okay, so we think, then we make a decision, and then we act on it. Now, our thinking process are completely dependent on the quality of our minds. So meditation can help with the quality of our minds and our thoughts, which can result in our thinking processes, which can result into decisions, which can result into your actions. So do you see that step by step by step? And that is the way that it happens every single time we choose to do something. Every single time. So I can't think how many times this would happen to you every single minute of your day, every single second. Your thoughts become decisions, become actions, and then those actions become your life. Your whole entire life is just made up of all the actions that you choose, which has gone back to the quality of your mind. So if we think about this realization, we begin to see how this entire course of your life is affected by the quality of our thoughts, like I said before. So it happens in that moment when you decide to turn left or to turn right. In that moment where you choose to have a peaceful response or an angry response. So often we can't change what is happening around us, but we can change our reaction to it. But we have to have a clear, quality thoughts and mind in order to do this. So one moment you'll notice that maybe you'll notice an attractive smile of a person across the room, or that moment you might miss that smile. That chance meeting, that new love. Do you see how it just flows on and on and on? So all of our life is filled with these opportunities to choose. And you have chosen to do this course. That is incredible. That is the biggest hurdle and the biggest step. The rest is going to be easy. We're just going to put it into place. So I am so proud of you for being here. I really am. Oh, I'm getting teary. Okay, so some more significant than others, some opportunities to choose, but all of them add up. All of them add up, like I was saying before. All of those decisions add up. And all the decisions add up to everything you do in your day, you do in your week, you do in your year, and then you do in your whole entire life. So meditation is going to help us make those wiser, more peaceful choices and decisions during everyday moments. And this in turn leads to a life that contains positive opportunities and fewer problems. So for all of the reasons to meditate, this is probably the least obvious, but is the most significant reason to meditate. It allows you to choose how you react. So who uses meditation? Why meditate? A lot of people think meditation needs to be with incense sticks, and you need to, have flowers in your hair, and you need to have groovy music on, and you need to light candles, and you need to be in a special space, and you need to sit properly, in a particular way. None of this has to happen, my friend. There are so many different ways that we can meditate, and I'll give you lots of different ways because I want you to find one that suits you. So athletes, you'll find all athletes visualize. This helps them so much. It helps them concentrate on achieving their goals, helps them to get into their peak physical condition and accelerate their healing and recovery so they can get back into their training. Professionals, Steve Jobs was a very famous meditator. Unfortunately, that didn't help with his health, I guess, but it helped him build one of the biggest companies in the whole entire world, Apple. Artists, we use, I say we, but I have to meditate in order to write a book. So I guess I'm an artist. I don't know. It gives you creative flow. It gives you new ideas. And like I said before, it allows me to come up with new ideas and make decisions. Spiritual people meditate in order to reach a different level of awareness, so to enhance the senses. So as you can see, there's so many different reasons to meditate. But if you're not an artist or a professional, an athlete, or if you're already intelligent, healthy person who has no interest in spirituality, that's absolutely fine. Meditation can still dramatically enhance your quality of life. So I urge you to try meditation, if for no other reason is the fact that it makes you feel good. And when your family see you meditating and they see the calm that comes over you, they'll probably want to join in. And if we can teach our family to meditate, everyone's going to be calm in our house. If we can teach our children to meditate, they can have those tools with them for the rest of their lives. So the next movie, we're going to say how to meditate, and I'll give you lots of different ideas. So I'll see you there.